You'll see the Spurs matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're all set to bring you NBA action. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a three-point game. Pass to Vassell. Now, Wembanyama. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Here's Holmgren.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle a defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. Can't slow him down with just one guy. So Coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
Hey, yo, right here.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And the Spurs with possession after Oklahoma City gets the three.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive. They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Here's SGA. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama, a screen. Fox with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Champagnie. A three-pointer is right on target. Champagnie's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Fox with it. Lays it up off the glass.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Dort. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
Here's Wembanyama.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Right side, Fox. It's stolen by SGA. Holmgren left side. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Outside Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
6 to shoot. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. No good on the 3. Got it off in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for
San Antonio, 13.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Oklahoma City leading by 6. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you guys.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Outside for SGA. Puts up a deep 3. Good rebound by Champagnie.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Holmgren wide open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter. Down low. Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Got one on Holmgren.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all 3 are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Wembanyama. Left side, Williams. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Rebounded by Castle.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
And folks, don't underestimate Wembanyama's greatness. Look at the big man run the floor. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now, here's Fox. He has 6. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Here's Dort. Off target at the rim. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 10. Stolen by Dort. On the wing, Wallace. Good on the triple.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Here's Dort. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's SGA. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Castle.
Yeah, you're going to have to try to foul him harder. Chet Holmgren wants to score through contact, getting stronger and stronger.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
To the paint, and the jam by Wallace.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
Here's Harper, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For San Antonio, they've shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
At the line for the Spurs, Harper.
And Harper drops them both. 7 seconds left now here in the second. From 17 feet out. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period.
42.
And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Spurs trailed by 13. Pass to Champagnie. That falls. High speed that time from Harper. Champagnie's got the first field goal of the second half for the Spurs. Holmgren outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wembanyama looking it over. And here is Harper. Back to Wembanyama. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Thunder leading by 10. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. So both teams making some changes here. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pitch, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Here's Castle, following the basket by Lou Dort. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 17. Spurs trail by 14. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Here's Wembanyama. 12 points for him. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Shots good by Williams. And the Thunder lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
The pressure that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can put on a defense with his ability to drive, that quickness, just a problem for defenders.
Both free throws good from SGA. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Clock at 6. A three from Wembanyama. He is hauled in by Jalen Williams. Holmgren. Good defense by Wembanyama.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
The Thunder leading by 14. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talk about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Now, here's Fox. 6 points for him. SGA, that's a two-pointer. Back to Williams. For three, Holmgren. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
And Fox gets it to go.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's got 12. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. There's the triple. De'Aaron Fox. And that's good. Fox has got 11 points.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Spurs making a switch here. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. Outside, Dort. To the inside. And that one's good. Wiggins. And the Thunder lead by 13.
Yeah, terrific work in the two-man game results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Thunder. They lead by 13.
San Antonio, 41.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so here is Oklahoma City. Here's Holmgren.
It's not easy to stop Chet Holmgren on the jam. His size lets him play right at the rim.
Here's Harper. And Harper slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. To the middle. Outside, Dort. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 13.
Oklahoma City foul. Nicholas. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Harper. Barnes the screen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harper's got 4 points in the quarter.
Superb focus from Harper on that shot, absorbing the contact well.
And the slam dunk by Wallace.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Oh, yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Dort wide open. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
For three, he drills the three.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Holmgren outside. And get the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Vassell. Now Wembanyama. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
That's elite length and explosiveness. Harrison Barnes attacks the rim, leaves no doubt.
Outside Holmgren. And he does not hit. Spurs trail by 16. Now Wembanyama. Fires away from outside. The shot misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chet Holmgren.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him. Fox goes in. Layup no good. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't get it to go. Castle fires. The 3 doesn't go. Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes in there.
We understand he's the leader of this offense. They look to get him the ball every chance they get.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Doris Burke.